Starting and running a business is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're an established business owner or thinking about starting a side hustle to earn extra income, I am here to teach you how to show up as your unfiltered self, level up your business, and thrive as a mompreneur. Let's embrace the chaos and start enjoying the journey together. I'm Amy Traw, and you're listening to the Motivated Mompreneur Podcast. In today's episode, I want to dive into the reality of entrepreneurship and pull back the curtain and share some of my challenges with you, because I think it's really easy to get caught up in the highlight reel that we see on social media, the 10K months, the lavish lifestyles, all of the things that we desire. And then that triggers us to go, what am I doing wrong if I'm not there yet? Or what if I don't even want a 10K month? What if that, to me, isn't something I want? Does that mean that there's something wrong with me? Well, I'm here to tell you, no, there's nothing wrong with you. The coolest part about running a business is you get to decide. You get to decide how you do it and do it on your terms. So if you want 10K plus months, that's amazing. Stretch yourself. You can do it. There's so much potential out there. But if you just want the income to be able to afford your child's dance lessons or a vacation with your family, karate, whatever you desire, that's okay too, because at the end of the day, you get to decide. But here's where we get hung up. We're seeing these highlight reels on social media over and over and over. So we get jaded and we think that, okay, that's the reality. And I'm of the opinion that no, that's not reality. That is not reality. This is your business and you get to choose. And I want to pull back the curtain a little bit. Earlier this week was rough. It was a really rough week. I had legitimately one of those moments where I wanted to burn the boats down and just give it all up and go work at Costco. But the reality is I didn't because I have developed a self-awareness, and that hasn't been an easy process. And it's something I'm still working on every single day. So the next time that you start to feel this way, where you're like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready just to give it all up because this is hard. Yeah, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that it is hard, and it's okay to feel that way. We need to stop judging ourselves for getting frustrated, for having these emotions. Because honestly, the fact that you're realizing that's where you're at, that's step one. Mindset is so key as a business owner. And in today's episode, I want to unpack mindset a little bit more, because honestly, I feel like it is at least 80%, if not more, of business success. You can have all the strategy in the world, but if you don't have that inner belief, if you don't have that self-awareness to know when you're spiraling out of control, when your mind is going down the rabbit hole, you're going to close yourself off from so many opportunities that are right in front of your eyes. So earlier this week, when I was having that woe is me moment, going, oh my gosh, everything's not going my way, I had to stop. I really had to take a step back. And I went for a walk. I had to quiet my brain. I was so frustrated. I just literally had to walk away for a moment. And in doing so, I gained clarity, because I gained that awareness of these thought loops that I was stuck in. Instead of focusing on every single obstacle, what happened was I kept making those obstacles even bigger and bigger. So I stopped and I asked myself, okay, yes, this is happening, but how can I make this work? How can I? So I shifted my mindset from I can't do this, nothing's working, to okay, how can I make this work? How can I make this work? And guess what happened? I started to see opportunities that I hadn't seen before, that were there the whole entire time. But because I was so hyper-focused and giving all of my attention to the things that weren't working, I wasn't seeing those opportunities right in front of my eyes. I think it's important to touch upon our brain. Our brain is this wild, wild thing. It's there to keep us safe. So anytime that something comes up that makes us feel uncomfortable or scared or nervous, we default back to our old thoughts, our old belief, our old patterns of thinking. We get stuck in these thought patterns that are no longer serving us because our brain doesn't want to focus on what it doesn't know. That requires energy from it. Our brain is trying to conserve energy and keep us safe. So we get stuck, and we get stuck fighting for our limitations more than we do for our desires. And then we end up spinning in circles over and over and over. And that's the reality of it. That's what happens. But when you develop an awareness of exactly what is happening in your brain when you go down these rabbit holes, that right there, that's the magic trick. That's the magic pill. That's where so much possibility happens. I'm interrupting this episode to share an incredible networking opportunity that happens every single Monday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Join us for coffee talk and meet and collaborate with other mompreneurs just like you. Networking has grown my business by leaps and bounds, and I would love to share this opportunity with you. All the details can be found in our show notes. Now back to the show. So the next time you're getting stuck in one of these thought patterns, don't judge yourself. It's okay. You are human. You're a human being. Allow yourself to feel the emotions, but don't stay in that emotion. Identify it first, become aware of it, and then, again, ask yourself that important question. How can I make this work? You start to do that over and over and over, and you'll continue to see opportunities. And I'll tell you what, this isn't easy. This is not an easy process. That's why I share with you, I'm still working on this because we default back to what we know. We default back to the safety of our brain. But develop that awareness. Ask yourself, you know what? Really check in. How am I? How am I doing? And then you'll be able to get more clarity as to, you know what? I'm not doing okay. Okay, well, why aren't I doing okay? Let's dig in a little bit more. A lot of people like journaling to help with this. I share a journal prompt every single day on my Instagram stories that I use personally to work through these things, to really check in and ask myself, how am I? Am I doing okay? Some people enjoy meditation, just sitting and focusing on the breath, noticing what's happening around you. Breath work is another incredible modality. I've begun to dabble a little bit in that, but it's about finding what works for you. Finding what works for you. Taking the time and being intentional in this very noisy world to get quiet. To get really quiet. And I'll tell you what, at first it's really, really uncomfortable because we're addicted to the hustle, right? I am. I still have to intentionally stop. I have to intentionally put time on my calendar to just walk or move or breathe. I have to plan it out because if I'm not, I'm the type of person that I'll fill my day with other things. I'll find myself procrastinating on social media by scrolling. So be intentional with your time because your time and your energy, those are your two most valuable resources. It is your job to guard them and protect them and to use them wisely. Because if you're just frivolously wasting them day after day after day on things that don't matter, you're not going to be able to have the energy to show up like the mom that you want to be, the business owner that you want to be, the person that you desire to become. Because that person you desire to become, she's already within you. She is in there waiting for you to give her permission to come out. Everything that you desire is absolutely 100% possible. But it all starts with that inner belief, that awareness of your mindset. Once you develop the awareness, you will change your life. The reality is, Mama, it's hard. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be winning at business. Businesses wouldn't shut down. But I want you to keep showing up, keep developing that self-awareness, because we need you. We need the value that you provide. And yes, there are other people doing the same thing as you, but that is proof. That is proof that it is possible to have what is on your heart. All right. I hope this episode was helpful for you. I absolutely love doing these solo episodes. I will continue to do so. Make sure you message me over on Instagram. Direct message me. Tell me what your biggest takeaway was, because that warms my heart more than anything. And also, if you ever have a topic that you want me to dive into, let me know. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to show you that, you know what? This business thing, this mom thing is hard, but we don't have to do it alone. I am here for you. I appreciate you. And until next time, stop dreaming and start taking messy action. You've got this. Are you loving what you're hearing? Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.